Welcome back to NETRUSH Report, your home for everything tennis, the drama, the emotion, and the stories that go far beyond the scoreline. If you love the sport and its warriors, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and turn on notifications, because today we're diving into Novak Djokovic's latest physical struggle and what it really means for his future. It's been a tournament to forget for Novak Djokovic. Coming into Shanghai as the world number 4 and still the most decorated active player on tour, the Serbian entered with high hopes, but the conditions had other plans. From the opening rounds, the Shanghai Masters this year has been brutal. Temperatures hovering around 35 degrees Celsius, suffocating humidity, and slow, sticky air have tested every player, but no one more than Novak Djokovic. Just a day earlier, in his match against Yannick Hanfmann, Djokovic shocked fans by vomiting on court midway through the second set. He still found the will to win that match in 3, but not before showing visible signs of exhaustion and physical decline, something the tennis world isn't used to seeing from him. Against Spain's Jaume Munar, things started out fairly promising. Djokovic looked composed early on, breaking Munar's rhythm and taking the first set 6-3. But even then, disaster struck. Just 4 games into the match, Novak rolled his ankle, a sudden twist that made him limp back to his chair. He immediately called for the physio. After a few minutes of medical attention, he got back up and fought through the pain, eventually closing the set. Fans breathed a sigh of relief. But that relief didn't last long. As the second set began, the Serbian started looking sluggish. The heat was punishing, his shirt drenched, his face pale, and then, in a shocking repeat of the previous day, Djokovic threw up again mid-game. The match came to a temporary halt as he tried to recover, his body clearly at its breaking point. This wasn't the unstoppable Djokovic we're used to seeing. Gone were the fluid baseline slides and the signature energy rebounds between points. Instead, the 38-year-old was dragging his feet, wincing after rallies, and grimacing after every long exchange. Munar, sensing the moment, played smart. He stretched the rallies, made Djokovic run corner to corner, and kept the points long, forcing Novak into exhaustion. The second set lasted a staggering 74 minutes, with Munar eventually taking it 7-5. By that point, Djokovic looked completely spent. Cameras captured him holding his abdomen, occasionally clutching his ankle, and signaling for yet another medical timeout. It was hard to watch, a champion known for mental and physical perfection, now visibly battling his own body. And yet, as he's done his entire career, Djokovic refused to give up. He started the deciding set with an early break of serve, roaring in defiance, and taking a 2-0 lead. The crowd erupted. They knew they were watching not just a tennis match, but a battle of willpower versus biology. But even that energy was fleeting. The longer the set went, the clearer it became that Novak's body simply wasn't holding up. His movement slowed, his first serve percentage dropped, and the spark that once carried him through 5-hour epics was fading fast. Social media exploded. Clips of Djokovic throwing up went viral within minutes, sparking an avalanche of concern and debate. Novak shouldn't be out there in this condition, one fan wrote. This is heartbreaking to watch, said another. Even rival fans admitted, it's painful seeing such a legendary athlete struggle like this. But others praised him for his resilience. He's fighting like a true warrior, one comment read. No one else would keep going like that. For over 2 decades, Djokovic has pushed the limits of the human body. But this time, it looked like those limits were pushing back. At 38 years old, Djokovic is entering the twilight of his career. And while his mental strength remains unmatched, the physical signs are becoming harder to ignore. He's played an incredibly demanding schedule, from deep Grand Slam runs to international commitments, all while competing against a generation nearly 2 decades younger. Heat-induced sickness, abdominal strain, ankle injuries. These aren't isolated incidents anymore. They're part of a worrying trend that's followed him since mid-season. After his US Open campaign, his team had reportedly been monitoring his energy levels closely, urging him to rest more. But Djokovic's relentless pursuit of perfection and his desire to keep winning might be costing him his health. The big question now, will Djokovic continue playing through the pain? Sources close to his camp suggest he might take a short break after Shanghai to recover. The ATP Finals and the Davis Cup are still on the horizon, both events where Djokovic historically dominates. But given these alarming physical reactions, his team, including longtime physiotherapist Elise Esbadio, may have to reconsider his training load, diet adjustments, and recovery routines. Even Juan Carlos Ferrero and other ex-pros have commented recently about how grueling the modern schedule is, especially for veterans still trying to compete at elite levels. If there's anyone who can bounce back, it's Novak Djokovic. But even for him, the question isn't can he keep winning? It's should he keep pushing like this? No matter how this season ends, one thing is certain, Djokovic's legacy won't be defined by these physical struggles. If anything, they humanize him. For years, he's been seen as a machine, indestructible, emotionless, unbeatable. But watching him fight through pain, sickness, and exhaustion reminds the world that even the greatest are, at their core, human. And sometimes, showing vulnerability takes even more strength than winning. Novak Djokovic's Shanghai nightmare has raised deep questions, not just about his physical condition, but about the price of greatness itself. Can the 38-year-old champion find a way to recover and return stronger? Or are we witnessing the first real signs that his legendary run is nearing its end? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you respect Novak's fight and his legacy, hit like, subscribe to NETRUSH Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update from the world of tennis. Until next time, stay passionate, stay inspired, and keep your eyes on the court. This is NETRUSH Report, where tennis meets emotion. Tennis,